Welcome to the Deep Release Method. I'm Erica. Thanks for joining me to Deep Release your week. For today's practice, you'll need an alpha ball and a set of therapy balls. I'm using the plus size therapy balls. And tonight's practice will be focusing on the adductors. We'll begin with some body rolling or self myofascial release, then yin yoga postures, and concluding with yoga nidra. Join me on your belly to begin. Begin by taking your alpha ball into the inner thigh just above the knee joint. Let your head rest to the floor and let your entire body be heavy, letting go of any efforting. In today's practice, we'll use time and gravity to help the body let go and unwind. So feel your weight and the heaviness of the bones and the tissues drop into the floor. And using as little energy as possible, start to shift the pelvis from side to side. You'll feel a little movement towards the belly and then towards the side as you strip along the length of the long adductor muscles. As you reach a point of sensation that's calling your attention, pause in stillness. Welcome that sensation, using the breath and using the support of the floor to allow you to stay at rest and at ease. And notice how with time, that local sensation where the ball and body meet starts to become a bit broader, a bit more diffuse, like ripples moving outward in the water. Breathe right into where the ball and body meet, allowing everything in the body to sink and be heavy. And then move the ball upward a bit into the middle portion, the middle third or so of the adductor, and continue gliding side to side with the pelvis, using the pelvis as the driver today to mobilize into the adductor. So feel the pelvis drop towards the floor. And then feel that upper pelvis bone pull, retract back. And then pausing at a point of sensation. Let the body be heavy. Resting in stillness, allow the tissues to sink and melt over the ball. Again, like ripples of a wave, the tissues start to move outward and disperse, allowing the ball to move deeper into the inner thigh. And then now take the alpha ball right up into the crease of the hip, feeling where the hip and the pelvis meet. And then now use the hip as the driver to find that just right spot of sensation That's sensational but sustainable. Staying behind pain. So if there's any guarding, any protecting, any averting from that sensation or pulling away, it may be too much. So give yourself more external support from the ground, or maybe pad the tool or use a softer tool. And allow yourself to sink in, feeling the tissues melt. Entire body is at rest and ease on the floor. Feel the heaviness of the body sinking into the ball sinking into the floor, gravity and time being our drivers for release. Use your breath as a tool, elongating the exhale, facilitating the letting go. No need to do anything. And then maybe the leg begins to extend, lengthening down towards the other, pausing in the range as you meet new sensation. Welcoming that sensation without trying to change it, just allowing it to be there. And by bringing awareness to it and pausing and noticing it, feel how the body spontaneously allows it to soften. Finding another spot. Waiting for that sigh of release, like a full body sigh. You may also feel sensations of pulsing or warmth or flushing sensation. Along with the sigh or change in respiration as signs of the myofascial release. That tissue unwinding has occurred. And when you feel complete, remove the alpha ball from this side and come onto your belly. Reaching through one foot, then the other, letting the pelvis drop heavy into the earth, sensing the difference from side to side, welcoming the benefits of the practice. And when you're ready, beginning again on the other side, taking your alpha ball just inside of the left knee, above the joint line. Taking the left pelvis now, moving it from side to side. So it's like you're rolling towards your belly and then back towards the side, using the pelvis as a driver to move the ball along the inner line of the leg. Stripping the adductor muscles. Pausing, softening as you meet places of sensation. Let your body be your guide. Every sensation is the body speaking to you. Acting as a messenger, guiding you, teaching you, informing you what your body needs most in this moment. And then reposition the ball towards the middle portion of the adductor. Using the pelvis, turning more toward your belly now as a driver, sliding along the inner thigh. Welcoming sensation, pause. Sending your awareness to where the ball and body meet. Letting time and gravity facilitate the softening, allowing the body to welcome the ball just a little bit more. Finding those just right sensational spots that are strong yet sustainable, allowing you to be curious and rest in those points of sensation. When the sensation dissolves and you're left with just the pressure where the ball and body meet, find your next ball stop up now, close, as close as you can to where the thigh meets the floor of the pelvis. Feeling the strong local, maybe a little bit of sharp sensation. You may bend the hip up and down a little bit until you rest on that just right spot for you. And now allow yourself to melt into the therapy ball and into the floor. How can you let yourself be 10% more relaxed, supported, and at ease, allowing every tissue in your body to feel heavy? Breathe into where the ball and body meet, welcoming the sensation. And then start to slowly lengthen the leg out. Elongating the exhalation, facilitating and supporting the letting go process. And when you're left with just the pressure where the ball and body meet, remove the alpha ball and rest completely on your belly. Letting go into the support of the floor. And then press up, bringing your hands under your shoulders, engage the belly to come towards your knees so that you find a kneeling position. Take a single therapy ball, I have the plus size, and a block. Placing the block beneath your pelvis. Take this ball right into that same place that we ended, right where the pelvis and the inner thigh meet. And if this is a little too intense, you may pad the ball with a towel. And I'm right on the thigh side of where the pelvis and thigh meet. finding the insertion point of the adductor at the floor of the pelvis. And I'm going to use my pelvis still as the driver, tipping the pelvis forward, tipping the pelvis back, rolling over in a cross fiber way of the insertion or origin points at the pelvis. The adductors are underestimated how much they actually pull on the pelvis and affect the position and range of the pelvis. So often we're focused on the quads and hip flexors and the hamstrings, which do their part. But the adductors are significantly unappreciated in their role of either moving or stabilizing the pelvis. Notice if you're engaging the glutes. Notice if you're clenching the teeth or the jaw. See if you can give yourself the ability to let go into the sensation where the ball and body meet. If you find the sensation too intense, which causes you to avert, pad that ball. Or see if you can reconnect to the external support of the floor, letting the body rest into that support, feeling more supported. And find the internal support of your breath. And you may find that you have stopped moving and rest now in stillness, providing some sustained compression or deep pressure into the proximal adductors. And when you're left with just the pressure and the weight of where the ball and body meet, feeling like that therapy ball has sunk deep into the pelvis, go ahead and switch sides. Coming into the proximal thigh on the other side, bumping up right against where that proximal thigh and pelvis meet. Finding the rim of the pelvis. Rotate the pelvis forward and back, exploring along where the adductors originate. You may tip the pelvis forward and back. There may even be a little side to side motion just to find that just right spot. Either use movement to ease your way in, kind of like rocking a baby, easing the sensation, or rest in stillness. Notice again if there's any tensing in the glutes, in the pelvic floor around the anus, if there's any tension in the jaw or the teeth or the shoulders. How can you let yourself be heavy? Let gravity pull you down, staying connected to all the points where the body touches the floor, and using the breath to give you internal support, sustainability, breathing right into where the ball and the body meet. As you bring awareness to the sensation right where the ball and body meet, welcome that sensation. And in welcoming it and allowing it to be there, notice how the body spontaneously begins to soften and ease. And that sensation begins to dissolve like ripples in the water. And when you feel complete, remove the therapy ball. And now that ball is going to go right into the pelvic floor. So you're still going to be sitting on your block in this supported hero's pose. Take that ball right between the two holes in the pelvic floor. And here you could also pat it, taking a towel or taking a softer ball. The soft, gorgeous ball could also work in this place. If you're especially tender, use something soft or pad the ball. You'll know if it's too hard if you feel everything start to lift up off of the ball. See if you can meet the sensation of the ball, bringing your awareness to where the ball and the body meet. Then take your breath. Breathe right into the ball, feeling the pelvic floor descend and drop and press up against the ball a little bit. And then as you exhale, feel if you can soften a little bit more into it. Use the breath to create that internal massage, allowing you to ease into that sensation like you're dipping your feet in the water and then pulling them out a little bit, allowing you to gently let go into that sensation. Lean into the external support of the floor, feeling the weight of your lower legs and feet on the ground. If you need some additional external support, you could always rest your arms on a surface or hold a foam roller or lean into a chair, allowing you to make your way in slowly, always listening to the body. First, doing no harm, so that you can be kind and curious as you explore the sensations of the body. Maybe some gentle movement forward and back, like you're rocking in a rocking chair. Allow you to ease in. Or a gentle movement side to side. Or maybe you find even a little circle, like you're drawing a circle with the ball on the block beneath you. Pausing at any point in that circle. Imagine that circle as a clock. 12 to 6 and then 6 to 12. Pausing any place in that circle where you feel more sensation. Waiting for the sensation to subside and continuing around the perimeter of that clock. Reconnecting to the internal support of your breath. Staying in the breath, following the breath in and out. Bringing the breath to where the ball and body meet. Noticing how bringing your awareness there, resting in that sensation, being curious about it and welcoming it, facilitates the letting go. Take 1 or 2 more full breaths. And then gently remove the ball. Gently remove the block. And sit back onto your heels, feeling how much spaciousness there is as you arrive here. Let the wave of sensation subside. And then now let's move into our yin yoga posture. And we'll turn sideways on our mats so that the feet and the knees can feel supported. You could even take a blanket underneath you to pad the knees and feet. And we'll walk the shins wide as we come towards frog. Take the inside arch of the foot towards the floor, flexing the feet to 90 degrees. So ankles as if you're standing on the earth. And then let your chest come down towards the floor. Pause at that first point of sensation. Taking your time to come into the fullness expression, like a speed bump, pause at that speed bump, take a couple breaths. Listen to what the body needs right now in this moment. Being kind to yourself, not pushing, but easing in. Again, allowing gravity and time to drive this release. And notice the body start to soften. Maybe the head comes down to the earth or the chest rests down to the earth. Press the hips back slightly towards the heels, tipping the pelvis forward just a little bit and pressing the sit bones backward just a little bit so that the pelvis stays in line with the knees. Resting into the support of the floor. Feel every point where the body touches the floor. The feet, the shins, the knees, the chest, the head, and the arms. The arms may even reach out in front. If the chest doesn't reach the floor, maybe you take a soft prop like a blanket or your gorgeous ball, or maybe your block if that's what all you have, and support the heart so that you can bring the ground up to you if you're feeling in need of a little more external support, so that you can let go of any efforting you're doing and melt into ease. And finding space through the process of letting go, of non-efforting. Letting gravity be the driver. As you welcome and allow sensation to be there, and draw your awareness to it by breathing into the sensational points of the body, giving them the awareness they're asking for. Notice how the body continues to soften. Ask yourself, how can I let go into support and ease? 10% more. Letting go of doing and resting here. Feeling the stillness. Bring about a sense of spaciousness. Allow yourself to feel the fullness of that for the next 5 or so breaths. Elongating that letting go by extending the breath. And then walking the hands back, feeling the forearms support you, then walking the heels in. Press yourself up with your hands to sit back toward your heels. And then maybe even use your hands to pull one knee in and then the other knee in. Pausing here, allowing the body to ride the wave of the sensation. Pausing to integrate. Feeling the completion, the beginning, the middle, the end, and then the resonance or the echo of the posture. And when all sensation has subsided, make your way onto your back into our final posture, coming towards a happy baby. Bring your hands to the outside of your feet. And here I'd like you to focus on pressing the tailbone down to the floor so that you can feel the support in the pelvis. If the pelvis is way up in the air and you can't get it down, maybe take a soft support like a blanket or a towel and slide it under the tailbone so that you can feel the entire spine drop into the floor. Now here, focus on the descent of the pelvis and the broadening at where the inner thighs and the pelvis meet as you inhale. Sit bones broaden. Tailbone becomes spacious. Pelvic floor inflates like a balloon. And then as you exhale, just let go of everything, feeling all of the parts, the bones, and all the tissues drop heavy into the floor. Use the breath now to create an internal massage, creating this internal wave or pulsation, creating an expansion, and then a recoil at the inner thighs and at the floor of the pelvis. Feeling gravity now. Pull your feet down, your knees down, shoulders down, entire spine down into the floor. How can you let go of efforting letting gravity and time be your friends, assisting you, supporting you as you let go into spaciousness and ease. And when you're ready, allow the feet to come together. Maybe give the knees a little hug. Scrunch yourself up, feeling just a little bit of effort in the body. Exhaling and letting go and pushing out anything you may be holding on to. And then after the sensation of tension, allow the body to surrender completely into the floor. Feeling ultimate letting go as you come into your final Shavasana. Take a moment to allow yourself to find the optimal position of comfort, support, and ease. Maybe patting slightly below the head with a blanket to just lift the forehead above the chin, or patting and supporting beneath the knees to allow the low back to rest more deeply. Staying here as we come into our guided Shavasana with Yoga Nidra. As the body rests in stillness, allow more subtle awareness to begin to arise. Feeling where the body touches the earth. Feeling where the air touches the skin. Hearing the sounds of my voice. Sensing shape, color, and images behind the eyelids. Smells in the room, tastes in the mouth. Awaken all the sense doors, using the senses as messengers. And then let go of any thinking, any doing. Resting back into the floor, cultivate an internal sense of well-being. Of safety, security, and ease. Recalling your intention for this practice, how you'd like to feel as a result of it, and welcoming that sensation now as already achieved in your body and mind. And allow my words to be yours as you let go into sensation, as you circle awareness around your body. Sensing the mouth, the nose, ears, eyes, deep inside the head, crown of the head, back of the head, deep inside the throat, left shoulder, arm and hand, right shoulder, arm and hand, both arms and hands heavy, supported, and at ease. Sensing the upper back, middle back, lower back, sacrum, upper chest, rib cage, abdomen and pelvis, whole front of the torso, back of the torso, surface of the torso, and deep inside the torso. Letting go into support and ease. Left buttock, left hip, left thigh, knee, leg, and foot. Right buttock, right hip, right thigh, knee, leg, and foot. Both legs heavy, supported, and at ease. The entire body as sensation. Welcoming everything as sensation. Sensing everything that you are now aware of. Sensation pointing to awareness. Unchanging awareness in which all the sensations arise and change. Now rest your awareness on the sensation of the breath. Breath as sensation moving in and out of the body. No need to change or control anything. Simply welcoming the sensation of breath just as it is. Sensing the inhale. The pause of the fullness at the top of the inhale. Sensing the exhale and the suspension of breath and the emptiness at the end of the exhale. Welcome each part of the breath. Inhale, retention. Exhale, suspension. And on the next exhale, elongate the exhalation for 1 or 2 more beats. And then rest in the suspension of the breath, the letting go, waiting and pausing until the inhalation spontaneously arises. And continue in that way, elongating the exhalation and the suspension for a count or 2, or as long as comfortable, for the next few rounds of breath. Let go of awareness of breathing. Welcoming awareness of everything. That is now arising. Sensing everything rising in awareness. Lean back into awareness itself. Sensing yourself as awareness, in which everything is arising, changing, and letting go. Sensing yourself as spacious, unchanging awareness. Awareness welcoming everything just as it is. Yourself just as you are. And on the next inhale, bring awareness back into the body. Feeling the breath fill the inside. Bumping up against your periphery. Sense where the body touches on the earth. Sensing the weight of your body resting on the earth. Reconnect to the sensation of the feet, legs, torso, arms, hands, and head. The entire body heavy, supported, and at ease. Return to your inner resource of essential well-being. Welcoming the felt sense of wholeness, completeness, perfection, just as you are in your body as sensation right now. And recall your intention for how you want to feel as a result of this practice. Or maybe cultivating a new intention of how you'd like to carry the benefits of this practice back into daily life. And awaken back into a wide awake state, supported to live out your purpose for this life. Roll to your side, reconnecting to the sense of gravity. Feeling yourself in this embodiment. Press down into the external support of the ground as you rise up to sitting into your internal strength. Bring your hands to a gesture of gratitude for the beautiful gift of this body, which allows us and enables us to experience all things. And as you go from this practice, may you feel the benefits ripple out like a wave from yourself into the world. May this work help you to breathe deeply, move freely, and live fully to do your work in this world. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.